Long time no see, this is Warframe. This time, I would like to explain the abilities of Warframe Dante. Dante is famous for its simple usage, but if you look at it carefully, Dante may be a complex Warframe. So, let's reveal these complex abilities one by one. Let's start with Dante's passive abilities. The passive increases the status chance by 50% for the enemies whose scans are completed. For scanning, scanners or Helios with Investigator, which can auto-scan, are often used. However, it is also possible to use the first ability to scan by killing the enemy. If you want full use of passive, use the first ability. The first ability summons a grimoire called Nocturne, which shoots magical bullets with a fireball. When you hit an enemy with the bullets, a gauge will fill up, and you will be able to fire a secondary fire. When you summon the Nocturne for the first time in a mission, the gauge is always full, so you should make good use of the secondary fire. After the secondary fire, the gauge will be empty, and you will have to regain it again by hitting the enemy with the bullets. Bullets from the ability weapon will be blocked by the nullifier's shield, so you will need to be careful of the nullifier. The Dome of the Frozen Xmas will also block them, so you need to be wary of them as well. Both of them can be destroyed if you keep hitting them with Nocturne bullets, but it would be better to destroy them with regular weapons. Nocturne has a separate mod window where you can insert mods for secondary weapons and grimoires. Which mods are effective depends on whether you use Nocturne as a weapon or not. If you do not use it as a weapon, the helmet system is often used to import abilities from other Warframes. The second ability grants Overgird to you and your allies in the ability's range. If you cast it repeatedly, you can generate a great deal of Overgird. Overgird protects against damage, knockdown, and status effects, so it is very reliable, and this ability's Overgird is special because it does not disappear even if you run into Nullifier or fall down. However, if the range of ability is too narrow, your allies will not be able to get the Overgird, so you need to be careful. The third ability is the ability to spread slash damage and slash status effects within line of sight. This ability can be ported to other Warframes with the helmet system. Next is the fourth ability. The second and third abilities mentioned earlier are less effective on their own. The purpose of these abilities is to activate the fourth ability by activating them in succession. You can tell whether the fourth ability is ready or not by looking at the icon of the book in the lower right corner. If both pages are filled and the icons are shown, the fourth ability is ready. If only one side is filled, you cannot activate it. You will always have to fill both pages to activate it. Also, once you have activated the fourth ability, the icon for the book in the lower right corner will be empty. After activating the second or third ability in a row again, the fourth ability is ready to be activated. The effect of the fourth ability depends on the combination of the second and third abilities. If you want to change the combination, do not activate the fourth ability, but activate the second or third ability instead. The icon on the right page will then move to the left, and the icon of the newly activated ability will appear on the right page. You can tell the type of ability by the icons on the page. The icon with a cross is the second ability, and the icon that looks like a flame is the third ability. Now, let's take a look at the differences between the combinations. If you activate the second ability in a row, a shield icon will appear. Activating the fourth ability at this stage will apply a defensive enhancement to you and your allies within range. Specifically, it grants Overgird to you if you kill or kill assist an enemy. If your allies fulfill these conditions, they will gain Overgird by themselves. At any rate, activating it will increase your survivability. Activate the second ability first, then the third, a book icon will appear. Pressing the force ability in this state will summon Noctua near Dante and your allies within the ability's range. This Noctua will attack the enemy following the attack of Warframe's weapon. As it follows the weapon's attack, it also makes an additional attack to Dante's first ability, Noctua's attack. It increases the firepower of the weapon and increases the variety of elements. This makes it quite interesting. Activating the third ability first, followed by the second, and you will see a bird icon. Pressing the fourth ability here will summon an invincible bird. When an enemy is attacked by this bird, the enemy will be more likely to receive status effects and take more damage from status effects. Enemies affected by the effect will have an effect like a text. You should attack them first. In addition, it attracts the enemy a little. It looks quite useful, but the effect of attracting enemies is only a bonus. Do not rely on it too much. If you press the third ability repeatedly, a face-like icon with an evil expression will appear. Pressing the fourth ability in this state will produce a wave of darkness. This wave can inflict damage from status effects all at once. It is effective against enemies affected by slash, flame, and toxin status effects. Therefore, if the third ability is not hit the enemy in succession, the firepower will not be strong. Be sure to face the direction of the enemy. Repeat the third ability to the enemy, and then use the fourth ability to inflict damage at once. This kind of build is often introduced. It is quite powerful, but it tires your fingers a lot. Now that I have explained the second, third, and fourth abilities, here is a quick summary of what they are. Activating the second ability in a row and fourth ability would reinforce yourselves to be able to create an overgird. The second followed by third ability, and if it's a fourth ability, it increases the firepower of your weapon. Activate the third ability, then the second, then the fourth. Increase the chance and damage of the status effects by attracting the enemy's attention. If you hit the third ability in a row and activate the fourth ability, the area of effect is triggered. So it is like that. Remember that the 224, 234, 324 abilities can be used together. If you remember the sequence of activating abilities and the icons in the lower right corner, you will be able to master them. So far, I have explained Dante's abilities. From here, I would like to share with you Dante's weaknesses, as I felt when I actually used Dante. Dante has a high survivability due to its overgird and an area of effect that can be triggered with a simple action, so it seemed to be a very strong Warframe. However, Dante has one fatal weakness. It is the slow casting speed of its abilities. Except for the first ability, all the other abilities are very slow. Dante needs to activate the second and third abilities at least twice to use the fourth ability. Therefore, this slow casting speed must be a very annoying weakness. It is possible to increase the casting speed by implanting a yellow argon shard. However, it takes a lot of time and effort to import the argon shard, and to use it comfortably, you will probably need 2 yellow argon shards. So, 2 of the 5 argon shards that can be implanted will be fixed. This makes it difficult to maximize the strength of Dante until the argon shards can be implanted. Also, Dante can provide an overgird to his allies, but the range is quite limited, which is also a problem. Even if you activate an ability to protect Gabat or Kubro, there is nothing you can do if the ability cannot reach them. There are mods that extend the range of effects of abilities, but it is still unstable whether the abilities can reach them or not. It is necessary to choose a companion that is difficult to be defeated, or to choose a combat style that does not have problems even if the companion is unable to fight. You need to choose your equipment and add mods while keeping these points in mind. This is an overview of Dante's abilities in Warframe. Thank you very much for watching. Dante is a Warframe that is difficult to master without an explanation of its abilities. So I made this video as an introduction to the build video. Later on, I'll give you more details in the build video. I will continue to make more Warframe videos, so please subscribe to my channel if you want more. See you next time. Bye.